project managers and business analysts, I'm going to talk about change management. I'm going to give you a bit of a story first, and then we're going to talk about how to make sure that the change management in your project is kick-ass. Story time. In my first large project, we were estimating about a $10 million budget, and we put in about $1.5 million for change management. And when we went to the project sponsor, he basically said, get fucked, this business has no budget for that, and what we're going to do is we're just going to ram it down their throats and they can learn on the job. It was a very interesting response that we got. And we had a pilot group go live, and that pilot group basically had a mini revolt. And after that go live event, the project sponsor reached out and said, how much was that change management budget you were looking for again? And ultimately that got funded. So a bit of a learning as to why you need to argue for things when you know that they're important, as opposed to just letting someone sort of hang themselves or make the wrong decision. Thankfully, that particular executives, they were pretty open-minded. They knew that it was their decision that really shot the shit as far as change management off the schedule and off the scope, but blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, we got change management skills, manager, analyst, and a lot of messaging, communication, all that. The corporation had an apparatus for corporate comms anyway, so we kind of leveraged it. But maybe a story for another time. I'm going to move on now. So to make sure that you have change management, you really need to break it into a couple of areas. You need to have change, training, and communications. Now, the easy one is around communication. You want to make sure that you're factoring in a human and any tooling needed to make sure that you're on a regular basis pushing out key messages to the folks that need to know about your project. You need to give them updates, you need to give them timelines. If there's anything that they're going to be expected to do, whether it's support testing or join, toolbox talks or ways of learning the new product, you have to make sure that you're communicating that to them. Not too far out into the future, there's a bit of a Goldilocks zone that happens, but you need to make sure you're giving them the right information just in time. All right. Training, I kind of touched on it just then and there, but when you're building features and you go through testing, really you want to be doubling up with your business analyst and your change team to make sure that you're creating training materials that are going to be usable for end users. Now, every business does this differently, but you might have quick reference guides, you might have frequently asked questions, you might have videos that show you how to do standard process. There's heaps of ways to do it, but you need to make sure that you're including training within all your deliveries, even if it's only train the trainer. And then the last one, change management. This is where you have to really work and help people get over that change curve. Whatever the as-is process is and the to-be process going to be, you need to make sure that change analysts are working with business analysts so that the new processes are really clear from day one. If you do these things, you're going to have a significantly better run at your go live, and you're going to have a decent change implementation. Good luck.